Lovely viewers, today's story will warm your hearts like a lullaby under the stars. The internet is absolutely buzzing over a heart-melting video of Lee Min-ho singing a sweet lullaby to his newborn baby. And trust me, it's one of the most beautiful things you'll ever hear. What started as a quiet, intimate family moment between Lee Min-ho, Song Hye-kyo, and their precious little one has now captured millions of hearts around the world. Fans can't stop talking about it, replaying the clip over and over again, some even confessing that they teared up after hearing the actor's soft, emotional voice. The viral clip, which was reportedly shared by a close family friend before spreading like wildfire across fan platforms, shows Lee Min-ho sitting beside the crib late at night. The room is dimly lit, the gentle glow of a night lamp casting a golden hue on his face. He's wearing a simple white shirt, his hair slightly tousled, his voice low and tender as he sings a lullaby that he apparently wrote himself. The song isn't flashy or complex. It's soft, heartfelt, and so full of love that you can almost feel it through the screen. Lovely viewers, fans couldn't help but notice the emotion in every word. The lullaby's lyrics reportedly include the lines, "Sleep, my little light, the world is warm in your dreams tonight. And your mother's smile, your father's heart, they'll guard you wherever you are." Just reading those words is enough to make anyone emotional, but hearing Lee Min-ho's deep, soothing voice sing them makes it unforgettable. Social media users immediately flooded platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube with clips, edits, and reactions. Within hours, the video was trending in several countries, with fans calling it the most beautiful thing Lee Min-ho has ever done. Song Hye-kyo's reaction to the lullaby was every bit as touching. According to someone close to the couple, she was standing in the doorway that night, quietly watching as her husband rocked their baby to sleep. She reportedly had tears in her eyes and covered her mouth to keep from sobbing aloud. Later, when Lee Min-ho turned and saw her, she whispered, "You're singing to both of us." That line alone melted everyone who heard it. It wasn't just a lullaby for their child. It was a melody of love, safety, and family. Fans across the world began creating translations of the song in multiple languages, ensuring that everyone could feel its message. One fan commented, "It's not just a lullaby for the baby, it's for anyone who needs comfort." Another wrote, "Hearing Lee Min-ho sing this made me feel peace in my heart. It's like being hugged through music." Even celebrities and musicians started praising his natural emotional depth, calling his lullaby the voice of a loving father. Lovely viewers, it's moments like this that show us a completely different side of Lee Min-ho. Not the actor we see in dramas, but the gentle family man behind the scenes. People who have worked with him before have always described him as kind, calm, and deeply sensitive, but now the world is seeing it firsthand. One insider shared that Lee Min-ho spent several days perfecting the lullaby because he wanted his baby's first memories of his voice to be filled with warmth. He didn't care if it was recorded or heard by anyone else. He just wanted it to come from the heart. When asked about it later, Song Hye-kyo reportedly said that watching Lee Min-ho sing to their child reminded her of why she fell in love with him. She told a close friend, "His voice is home. It's what calms me, and now it's what calms our baby too." Those words sent fans into an emotional frenzy online. Many began calling them the couple of peace and love, saying their connection seems to deepen with every shared moment. The lullaby, which fans have now dubbed "Sleep, My Little Light," is said to have been inspired by Lee Min-ho's late-night thoughts during the first week after their baby was born. He had reportedly been pacing the nursery one evening when he began humming a tune out of nowhere. Song Hye-kyo overheard it and encouraged him to write it down. By the next morning, he had finished the full lullaby, simple, soulful, and written from pure love. Lovely viewers, imagine that scene. Lee Min-ho sitting beside his baby's crib, whispering gentle words of love, while Song Hye-kyo quietly hums along. The image alone feels like something out of a dream. Fans say it's no surprise the clip went viral. It's rare to see such a raw, honest glimpse of a star's personal life, especially one that's so pure and full of warmth. Even music experts have commented on the lullaby, noting that while it's not a professional studio production, it carries something even more powerful: authenticity. One producer said, "You can't fake that kind of emotion. It's not about perfect pitch. It's about real feeling. That's why it touches people so deeply. As for Lee Min-ho himself, he hasn't made a public statement about the song going viral, but fans noticed he liked a few fan-made posts featuring the lullaby. That small gesture spoke volumes, showing that he appreciates the love but is still humble about it. Song Hye-kyo, on the other hand, reportedly smiled when told about how far the lullaby had spread, saying, "It's amazing how something meant for our baby can bring comfort to so many others." Lovely viewers, that's what makes this story so beautiful. It reminds us that love in its purest form is contagious. A simple act done from the heart can travel across oceans, connecting millions of people who may never meet, but who share the same emotions of warmth and tenderness. The lullaby isn't just a song, it's a universal reminder of what family, love, and peace sound like. In the days following the viral wave, fans began recording their own covers of the lullaby. Parents started singing it to their own children, some saying it helped their babies fall asleep faster. Others wrote that it soothed their anxiety or brought them to tears in the best way. One fan shared, "I lost my father when I was young, but hearing Lee Min-ho sing this made me feel like someone was saying, 'You're safe now.'" Lovely viewers, isn't it amazing how something so simple can have such a powerful effect? It's proof that true beauty doesn't need to be grand or perfect. It just needs to be sincere. And that's exactly what this lullaby is. A sincere expression of a father's love, a husband's devotion, and a family's peace. As the world continues to replay the clip, Lee Min-ho and Song Hye-kyo remain focused on their family, cherishing each quiet night and every gentle giggle from their baby. Sometimes, after the baby drifts to sleep, Song Hye-kyo will tease him, saying, "Maybe you should record a lullaby album. You've already made the whole world cry." And Lee Min-ho, ever humble, would chuckle and reply, "It was meant for just one little listener." Lovely viewers, those words capture the heart of it all. This lullaby wasn't meant to go viral. It was born out of love. And perhaps that's why it touched so many hearts. It's real, it's tender, and it reminds us that sometimes the most beautiful songs are the ones sung not for fame, but for family. So tell me, lovely viewers, did you listen to Lee Min-ho's lullaby yet? How did it make you feel? Did it remind you of the power of love, of peace, of those quiet moments that matter the most? Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's keep celebrating this incredible story. Because every now and then, a lullaby reminds us that even in a noisy world, every note, every breath he took in between verses carried emotion so deep that even people who didn't understand Korean said they could feel the love behind it. It was as if Lee Min-ho's voice had wrapped around the hearts of millions, gently whispering comfort and peace. What made it even more special, lovely viewers, was how personal the song felt. It wasn't just another celebrity doing something cute. It was Lee Min-ho revealing his soul. Those who have followed his journey for years know how private he can be about his emotions. And yet, here he was, stripped of all glamour and pretense, sitting in a quiet room, singing to his baby with tears in his eyes. Fans said it was the most genuine moment they've ever seen from him, calling it a love letter in melody. Song Hye-kyo, deeply moved by the overwhelming response, later told a close circle of friends that she couldn't stop replaying the moment in her mind. She reportedly said, "Every time I think of it, my heart feels soft. It's a memory I'll keep forever. The night he sang our child to sleep." Her words melted fans once again, confirming that this wasn't just a viral clip. It was a real, emotional experience that shaped their lives as a new family. As the lullaby continued to circulate, fans began making stunning animations and short videos inspired by the song. Some drew pictures of Lee Min-ho holding his baby under the moonlight, while others wrote fan letters saying how the song helped them through sleepless nights or tough days. One comment that gained massive attention read, "I don't have a baby, but this lullaby made me feel safe. It reminded me that love can still be soft." Those words were echoed by thousands who found comfort in the simplicity of the song. Lovely viewers, even celebrities couldn't resist commenting on it. Several of Lee Min-ho's industry friends reposted clips on their Instagram stories, adding captions like, "The most beautiful father moment ever," and "This is real love." Song Hye-kyo's friends in the entertainment world also reacted with emotional messages, saying they were proud of how far the couple had come, from co-stars admired for their beauty to parents adored for their authenticity. Meanwhile, Lee Min-ho himself remained quiet online. He didn't issue a statement or post about the viral video. Instead, he continued doing what he always does, focusing on family. But according to someone close to him, he was deeply touched by how much the world connected with something that was meant only for his baby. The insider said. He never expected it to reach this far. To him, it was just a lullaby sung from the heart. But seeing how people were moved by it made him emotional too. That same insider added a beautiful detail that fans hadn't known. Apparently, Lee Min-ho recorded a version of the lullaby professionally, just so he could keep it forever. The recording isn't meant for release, but as a personal keepsake. He wanted their child to one day grow up and listen to the song, knowing it was the sound of their father's love from the very first days of life. Can you imagine that, lovely viewers? A child growing up hearing a lullaby that was written and sung just for them by their father. It's the kind of love that feels straight out of a fairy tale. Song Hye-kyo, ever the romantic soul, was said to have teared up when she heard the recorded version. She told Lee Min-ho, "When our baby grows older, I want them to know they were loved before they could even understand what love means." That line quickly became a quote shared by fans everywhere, written on fan art, used in video edits, and even printed on posters that celebrated the couple's journey into parenthood. Lovely viewers, something magical happened next. Lullaby challenges started trending on TikTok and Instagram, where fans and parents from around the world began singing Lee Min-ho's lullaby to their own babies. Mothers, fathers, and even children took part, sharing videos of themselves whispering those same tender words. The hashtag associated with the trend reached millions of views, and the global outpouring of love became a beautiful online movement celebrating family and warmth. But perhaps the most touching moment came when Lee Min-ho's own mother reportedly called him after watching the viral video. According to a source, she told him, "When you were little, I used to sing you to sleep every night. Hearing you sing to your own baby brought those memories back." Lee Min-ho, deeply emotional, replied, "Then this lullaby belongs to both of us. It's the sound of generations of love." Fans couldn't stop crying when they heard about that exchange. It added another layer of meaning to the already beautiful story, a cycle of love passed down from parent to child. And through it all, Song Hye-kyo stood by, glowing with pride. She said to friends that her heart felt full watching Lee Min-ho's transformation from actor to husband to father. "He's gentle, patient, and so in love with our baby," she said. "Every day, I see a side of him that reminds me how lucky I am." Fans have since called their story a living lullaby, something that continues to touch lives even beyond the music itself. Lovely viewers, isn't it incredible how one simple song can turn into something that unites people across the world? What started as a quiet moment between a father and his newborn became a symbol of love, healing, and hope for millions. People who were struggling with loneliness, grief, or sleepless nights found peace in that melody. Parents began reconnecting with their children through it, and couples said it reignited their affection for one another. And through all of it, Lee Min-ho and Song Hye-kyo have remained humble. They never intended for their personal life to go viral, but they've embraced it with grace, understanding that sometimes the world just needs a reminder of love's softness. Every time they step out together, holding hands and smiling gently, fans can see the calm joy that defines their new chapter. Lovely viewers, this story continues to remind us that fame fades, trends come and go, but genuine love, the kind that sings in the quiet of the night, will always stay. The lullaby wasn't about perfection or performance. It was about connection. A father's voice soothing his baby, a mother's heart swelling with emotion, and a world listening in awe. So, as the lullaby keeps echoing across hearts and screens, one thing is certain: Lee Min-ho's love song for his baby will never really stop playing. It will live on, not just in the memory of that one night, but in every person who listens and feels something stir within them. Lovely viewers, what do you think about this beautiful journey? Did Lee Min-ho's lullaby move you the way it did millions around the world? And more importantly, doesn't it remind us that love, in its simplest form, can be the most powerful song of all? Lovely viewers, continuing from where we stopped, that thought, that love in its simplest form can be the most powerful song of all, truly captures the heart of everything that followed after Lee Min-ho's Lullaby went viral. The days that came next weren't just filled with online buzz or celebrity headlines. They were filled with something much more intimate, more emotional, a new rhythm that changed the atmosphere in Lee Min-ho and Song Hye-kyo's home forever. Every night after that first Lullaby moment, Lee Min-ho continued to sing for his baby, even though the world had already heard the original. But now, the lullabies weren't just about putting the baby to sleep. They became nightly rituals of connection, a way for the little family to bond. Song Hye-kyo would sit close by, sometimes with her head resting on Lee Min-ho's shoulder, sometimes quietly humming along while watching their baby's eyes flutter shut. It became their version of peace after long days, a soft, sacred pause in time. Insiders shared that the couple even made it a tradition to record short snippets of these nightly lullabies, labeling them by date and saving them in a private folder. One of Song Hye-kyo's close friends revealed that she plans to one day compile all those lullabies into a time capsule for their baby, a musical diary of love from their very first days as a family. She reportedly said, "I want our child to grow up knowing what love sounds like, not from words, but from the music that came from their father's heart." Lovely viewers, just imagine that. Growing up to hear your father's gentle voice captured in melodies of love, wrapped in the warmth of your mother's devotion. It's the kind of love story that feels timeless, one that transcends fame, distance, or the passage of years. Fans who heard this detail flooded comment sections, calling the couple the embodiment of peaceful love. One fan beautifully wrote, "Every time Lee Min-ho sings, you can hear his heart. And every time Song Hye-kyo listens, you can see hers." But what truly melted everyone's hearts was the revelation that Lee Min-ho wrote a second lullaby. Yes, lovely viewers, a brand new song, one he composed just weeks after the first one went viral. This time it wasn't just for the baby, it was also for Song Hye-kyo. According to a source close to the family, the song was called "You Both Are My Sky." The lyrics were simple yet soul-stirring, expressing gratitude for the two people who changed his life forever. One line reportedly goes, "Your laughter fills my world, your tiny hand holds my heart, and her eyes, they remind me where love starts." When Song Hye-kyo first heard it, she reportedly cried uncontrollably. She later told a friend, "He didn't just write a song. He gave me a memory that I'll carry forever." That moment was said to be so emotional that even their staff who were nearby couldn't hold back tears. The couple then promised each other that they'd keep writing lullabies, not for the world, but for every chapter of their baby's life. Lovely viewers, how beautiful is that? To think that these songs aren't about fame or recognition but about love evolving with each day. They're turning parenthood into poetry, and fans can't get enough of it. Many began referring to Lee Min-ho as the singing father of Korea, while others said, "He's not just an actor. He's a man who knows how to love deeply." Even international media picked up the story, calling the lullabies the soundtrack of modern family love. In one interview snippet that resurfaced recently, Lee Min-ho once mentioned that he always dreamed of being a father who made his children feel safe through small gestures. "When I was young," he said, "my mom used to hum songs whenever I couldn't sleep. I didn't understand then, but now I know. Love lives in those quiet moments." That statement gained a whole new layer of meaning now that fans could see him living those words. Meanwhile, Song Hye-kyo has become even more radiant in recent public sightings. Every time she's seen, she carries a kind of softness in her expression, an inner glow that fans say could only come from true happiness. She reportedly shared with her team that listening to Lee Min-ho sing makes her heart calm, adding, "His voice brings peace to our baby, and to me too." Lovely viewers, can you imagine how heartwarming it must be for her to watch him transform before her eyes? From the charming actor loved by millions to the devoted father who finds joy in lullabies and midnight cuddles. Their love story has now evolved beyond the glamorous headlines. It's about family, growth, and the beauty of finding magic in the ordinary. One of the sweetest parts of this ongoing journey is how their baby has started responding to Lee Min-ho's voice. Friends say that whenever he begins to sing, the baby immediately calms down, even smiling or reaching out to touch his face. It's as if that gentle connection between father and child is already sealed through sound.